What up, what up, what up? It's your boy, Coach Funk, and welcome to episode 3 of Roots of the Grid through the eyes of a seed head. And the seed head is simply a brand in Upland. And today's title will be Detroit Evergreen78 versus everyone, everybody. And I said what I said. Every city will have their fair share of uppies. But before we get started in these allegations that I put out there, I do want to talk about the East Coast meetup that's happening.
You wake up late for totems and they still scream more. You ask your boss please, but he still says no. You missed 2 feedings and now one's dead, but the Discord saves you from turning red. Gotta fight for your right. Gotta fight for your right to meet up. Gotta fight for your right. Gotta fight for your right. Gotta fight for your right. Gotta fight for your right to meet up. Wolf Warner and us Mustang. Upland said no meetup and we said no way. We live, breathe and sleep Upland every single day. Staying at home is such a drag. Now your mom went and burned your best legit lag. You gotta fight for your right. Gotta fight for your right to meet up. Gotta fight for your right. Gotta fight for your right. Gotta fight for your right. Gotta fight for your right to meet up.
Right here in Philadelphia, September 12th through the 14th of this year. That's roughly about 3 weeks. So if you're interested and you're on Discord, definitely look in the description of this video. All the information will be there. And also join if you're not going, because come to find out, 2 more meetups of Midwest and a West Coast meetup has been announced. So I do know that Tara, Upland Tara, and Daz Mustang is sharing information in the East Coast meetup as well. So definitely connect with them. Great guys, great girls. Matter of fact, Upland Tara is the reigning Upland Player of the Year, and Shaq and Mesme, they doing their thing over there on the West Coast. Actually, Shaq is a former Player of the Year as well. So they're in good hands. And in the Midwest, in Cleveland, that's Too Stupid to Win. That's throwing that out. That meet up there in Cleveland. And he's an OG. So I'm excited to hear what's going on there. So definitely wanted to shout those Upland players out that's doing big things this year, since we didn't have one, unfortunately, in Las Vegas given by Upland. So it's good to see the community, raising up and doing things. So let's get to the next topic.
Listen up, let me break it down from the beginning of time. When I stepped into that grove, destiny was mine to find. Master Bro has spoken riddles about the future and the past. So these keys ain't just collectibles, they're meant to last. Every district got a story, every avatar's got dreams. Builders, educators, beat makers joining up my team. One by one they answering the call across the land. From the physical to meta, we're taking a stand. Circles getting wider, communities alive. 34 chosen ones helping culture survive. Not about the fame or fortune, this is bigger than me. Planting seeds for generations, setting spirits free. Coach Funk leading from the front, but we all got a role, bringing life to Evergreen, that's our common goal. I'm the key keeper, rising from the dirt to the sky. 34 keys, one vision, that's right. Watch the seed heads multiply. Legacy planted deep inside.
And again, this is the through the eyes of a C head. It's through my eyes. These videos is through what I see. And again, everyone has an opinion. There's a lot of great content creators, hence why I'm not going live and I'm just going to do a video once every week or two. But this is what I see. I'm not saying that I'm right. I'm not saying that I'm wrong. I am placing this out there for discussion, though. So to see if if it's worthy conversation, and to see if what's pulling me to Detroit. Like I said, Detroit versus everybody is worth it, and hopefully you can see what I'm seeing and see what I'm creating as well through these series of videos. So episode 3. I'm trying to be consistent, and as you see, I'm here. So let's get it. So let's jump into it. So the first thing on the agenda is, ladies and gentlemen, do you own at least one property in Evergreen Lahser 78 in Detroit? Let me show you where that's at. I'm currently in Rome. I got caught up over there doing these things, like with these missions during this season. A lot of focus is in Rome. So I'm going to stay over there and wait, because last week I left and I had to fly back over. So I'm parking my ass right there right now. It's Saturday night going into Sunday, so it's not too long. But if you have at least one property over here, ladies and gentlemen, let me show you where Evergreen 78 is. That's an awesome thing. We have some awesome things going on in the background that I'm working with an amazing developer, man. I can't say more things about this guy, man, but I'm going to announce everything shortly. But I'm just giving you a heads up. Actually, I will show you a very small snippet of the early beta version for the testers that we're going to open up shortly. So 9 times out of 10, I will open it up to the 5 to 7 testers on Monday the 25th, sometime after I get off of work. But definitely I'm excited. I think it's been done before, but I also understand what's coming with the UPPIES. So I think this will help the community that's established in Evergreen, that's building, and future community members when they travel to Evergreen, because they're going to come. And we'll talk about that shortly, but they're going to come. Let me show you where Evergreen is. I had to refresh my screen. So let me go. This is the quickest way I go. I go back to my home. So as you see, my home in Upland is Evergreen Lahser in Detroit. I'm going to be building. Me and the community is going to be building this out. So before I get started and going over everything with you, I just want to show you where Evergreen is. We have some other key points, because again, it's Detroit versus everybody. Awesome. So give me a second. All right, so I'm not gonna go too far. So as you see, this is Detroit, and downtown, I just turned it so it looks like this. All right, so if you turn it this way and you go to the far left hand corner, you'll see Evergreen. And as you see, I got a healthy amount, but even though I have a healthy amount here, there's 3,000 properties. I have about 250, so that's not even 10%. So 300 would be 10%. So I'm close. I'm about 8 8.5% of Evergreen. I believe we have about close to 800 unique property owners, meaning at least one property that 800 uplanders have. So if you're one of those uplanders, ladies and gentlemen, if you're one of the ones, or if you're watching this, or you recently purchased properties in Detroit, check and see if it's Evergreen. But if you do own Evergreen, ladies and gentlemen, that will grant the opportunity to join our up and coming game, Gnome Quest. All right. To get started, honestly, all you would need would be one property in Evergreen. There are upgrades, but if you own one property in Evergreen Lahser, the game will read that based on your username, and I can show you how that works. And then you can get started and eventually work through the game. There will be levels. This will be a testing beta. So yes, there will be bugs. There will be mishaps. There will be learning gaps, learning opportunities from not only you, but me and whoever I bring in as a team. So I am looking for team members if you own properties in Evergreen, or better yet, if you at least own a gnome in Evergreen, from Evergreen, a garden gnome from Evergreen, and you're interested in the future or after you see, please let me know. DM me, Coach Funk, in game. But I am looking for help. All right. So yeah. So if you do, we could take care of that. But need further ado, let's jump into a little sample of Gnome Quest. It is a Discord bot. So just simple as you see. So as you see here, we're just going to go ahead and get started. To get started, all you will have to do is use the command, hit send for play. Right? Perfect. Then it will come up. Gnome Quest. This is the test version, okay? So again, you see it's reading Evergreen78 Gnome Quest beta. Welcome. It reads me, Coach Funk. Each plot. This is why if you own one plot in Evergreen Lahser, you can start Gnome Quest, and on top of that, by registering your plot in the Discord, you will receive one free map asset from myself, and maybe possibly another one based on Gnome Quest. Okay, I'm not going to go too deep into it. Marketing, promotions, advertising, all that will be coming shortly. Harvest when ready. So, I'll skip this. Crops take, as of right now, until feedback from the beta testers and things of that nature, 24 hours to grow. So you plant, then you have to come back in 24 hours to harvest your crops. Again, this is testing, and I'm going to get feedback, and we're going to see how it works. So this is just the beginning. I'm showing you what I've been promoting for about a year. So what else? Harvest when you're ready to collect crops. Each harvest has a chance to drop codex fragments. EL78 earnings count towards the leaderboard. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have a leaderboard. And this is currently my stats. I currently have 195 plots. I have 1 seed planted, none ready, 0 plots unlocked. All right. I also have my assets attached to the game. As you see, my robot, and my doc. That's my seed Sith AI farming robot. All right. It was created as an asset for this reason, to help farm, and is charging doc. was created. They're both in the game. Currently not on sale at my showrooms. The only way you was able to get a AI farming robot was if you purchased the OB1 PR guarding gnome. There are still a few out there, and it will become a free drop if you purchase that gnome, or in the future, you will just purchase the AI robot moving forward if you want to regenerate seeds in the game. So, small, little shield right there. But they're not listed yet. I'm not listing them yet. I'm giving people opportunities to purchase the OB1 gnome first at one price and get the robot free. So it's like getting two assets for one. And there's only 34 mints of the Obi-Wan PR guarding gnome, FYI. All right, so what else can I talk about real quick? We're not going to go too deep into it. And mine is active. And again, I've been testing it myself. The robot auto unlocks one lock plot per district. Oh yeah, we have 7 districts in Evergreen78. So each district have different crops, and that's programmed. It runs after each harvest, or at most once every 24 hours for the testing beta series. The energy dock is required to power the robot, so you need both. Last run 8 hours ago. Next run 16 hours. So again, that's 24 hours from when I started this test, and that tells you right here that will be 4:03 p.m. on the 24th. All right. So then we go to the leaderboard. I've been testing it again. So this is how it works. Every player earns EL78. That's our in-game currency by harvesting and auto selling crops. That's what we're going to do right now in the beginning. We're getting the bugs out of it, and we're going to auto harvest crops. Take that out of that player's hands. You harvest it. Auto sell harvest crops. Once you harvest your own crops, it will automatically sell to the store, giving you the in-game currency to use in the future for whatever reason we decide. All right. Might be sponsorships, might be ad sets. Who knows? More coming soon though. Your current EL78 balance automatically counts for the ranking. Only the top players are displayed here. We have a nice little leaderboard here. All right. And if you want to go back, you just hit back to menu. I might reach out to Uplando, to be honest with you. I watched him on the show today, and he kind of said something that raised my antennas. So I believe in law of attraction. So, I might reach out to you, Uplando, if you watch this video. I might even share this video with you just to give you a little understanding and see what we could do. I heard you have the itch. But if not, we're moving forward. All right. So, where are we at now? So right here, it has your stats. We have other things like leaderboards, unlock. This is where you unlock your seeds. Harvest, inventory, if you go here, let you know what's in your backpack, your book bag. Right now, and you got a couple bugs. My robot and the energy charger is active. No fragments. I didn't harvest, so I didn't get any fragments. Load some secret stuff. So we could go back. And what else? I don't want to show you too much, ladies and gentlemen. I just want to show you enough just to show you. And I do want to say this as well. What I'm showing you right now, it's beta. Things may change in the future. Once we have some data, I speak to the devs give me some suggestions, all that good stuff. So things might change. This is still early, all right? A lot of hard work been going. A lot of hard work has been put into this, but it's still early, and we know that changes are coming. Just watching other projects, perform at Upland, watching Upland, the same is going to be true for this game and our community. We're not saying we're going to be the best, newest, shiniest thing. No, we're creating something that's going to be an asset to those who's building and preparing for UPPIES in Upland. And if you're part of our community or looking for a community to be a part of by doing that, and there's many, many that's in sexier places. We're in Detroit, but we'll talk about that in a few. But again, if you feel the energy, you feel the vibe, you like what we have, we welcome you with open arms. All right. So yeah, I'm going to stop there. Okay. I lied. I'll give you one more. If you click on Codex, no, not here, not the Codex. But this is riddles and things of that nature. It's going to be interesting. But if you click on quests, each season will have different quests. And I currently have some, and I'm waiting on some to finish so I can collect. But as you see, I collected the first one, the Exodus of the Sea Heads, and the Legend of the Sea Crow is in progress. And new means I haven't started it yet. So I have to complete this one first in order to move on to next and so forth. So these will change. We will add these to the game. I don't know how frequently. I can say I have about, honestly, I've been preparing for a while, about 30 to, I'm lowballing this, 30 ready, 20 will be ready as soon as I get information. But I'm able to create it based on the projects and a lot of stuff that's going on, even sports. So it's going to be creative and interesting. And again, I do know the attention. I understand well. Let me rephrase that. I want to say I understand the attention span and what's going on with Upland having us as players, because I still play Upland, everywhere. So I do understand that it can't be something that's going to require a lot of your attention. Hopefully it's something where you come in, check in the Discord, see what's going on, play the game, do what you got to do, then go about your business. Unless it's something or a quest in the game in Upland that you have to do. But again, it's low maintenance. That's the hope of the game. Very low maintenance. And you can earn some rare and unattainable assets in the process. So, but yeah, you can always go back to main menu. Whatever you do, if you get in, always go back to main menu. So, yeah, that's known quest, ladies and gentlemen. So things are coming soon, very soon, hopefully before the end of the year. All right. Next subject is FBA Season 4. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we do have Season 4 coming up. We just finalized the draft order per se. Now we're just waiting for the 5 keepers to be selected. I do understand this is in the beginning of football season. I hear from Wolf. Wolf, I hear you, bro, and I get it, especially you. But I do understand that it's in the beginning of football season and y'all preparing for that. A lot of people is preparing for that. I'm just preparing for basketball season that starts in, when is it? October. When is September? It's August, September, October. I don't even remember what month it is. It's August. No, it's actually August, September. Yeah, in October. All right. It's going to be in October when basketball season starts. See, this is real life, so I'm not going to edit that out. I doubt it. But in October, I'm just preparing everything so it should be smooth running moving forward. And also, we do have one open team. And the cost of it is either the same cost of the garden gnome. So either $100 USD or 200K UPPIES. Now, the reason why it's $100, ladies and gentlemen, is because in the beginning of season 1 and 2, the individuals, the GMs that's in this current league, and we have Wolf Warner, we have Lethal Llama, we got Metamorph, myself, we got one of the former champs, Umbrella won Facts. Wolf Warner won it last year. I won it the first year. If I missed your name, I'm sorry, but we have a very competitive crew, and we all paid 100 USD for our in-game map asset to own the team. So this is Upland's first NFT-powered basketball or any league in Upland. We're going on season 4, and the $100 goes towards you owning that asset, which is a basketball hoop, and I can show you what it is now. And here we go. I was prepared. Yes, I was. You said $100 USD or 200K UPPIES. Yes, it's only 12, and this what gives you ownership of your team. So if you decide not to play next year and you want to sell your team and someone buys it, or they want to join the league because it's exclusive, the only one, the first one of its kind, you have to buy the asset to own the team. So that gives the owner world value. You can sell your team in our league. Very competitive. Very competitive. I clicked on this wrong, but very competitive. I'm trying to be the first one to win two championships in the ring. Matter of fact, this is our sports bar, and this is in honor of the champions, right? So this is the service structure. Let me show you. All right. So you see, this is our sports bar, restaurant rather, restaurant with the basketball court, Hall of Champions, Court of Champions. But first of all, this is the FBA map asset for GM ownership. Only 12 of them in the game. Each member of the league owns one. So as you see, it's 12 of 12. FBA GM ownership legend Streetlight. Click on it. If you ain't know, you can click on it and zoom in to really get a better view. I don't know if y'all knew that. If you didn't know, you know. But if you look at it from the top down, go Fantasy Basketball Association, the brand, the league brand, and the ball that's stuck in the lamp. Even got some shoes hanging down with the FBA logo on it. All right, all FBA brand. There's only 12 of them. So that's the asset, and you'll get access to the league. We got the FBA Papa Shots, and these are the 3. And the initial GMs, ladies and gentlemen, are actually C heads. Again, you don't make it to this court unless you win a FBA championship. So until you win one in the league, if you get two, you might see two over here or something, or you might just not have an extra one over here. But in order to see a garden gnome over here, and these is actually the garden gnomes of the current GMs. Coach Funk, that's mine. Last year's winner right here. That's Wolf. Give me a second. This video might be longer than I expected, so I do apologize, but we getting it. I ain't gonna do too much over here on this topic, but I just want to show you this Wolf right here. Last year's winner, Wolf Warner, and this was the year before winner. Facts, Umbrella. In game, it's Umbrella 1. All right. So, yeah, that's the Court of Champions for the FBA at the Evergreen Sports Restaurant. All right. What else going on, ladies and gentlemen? Let's see. G League. All right. So, we need the 5 keepers. I will reach out to all the GMs. I've been doing that, so definitely log in, select your keepers, make it easier for the league. All right. So this season we will not have a G League. There's a lot going on. The FBA Big Boy League, we need one GM as well, and so I don't want to take away from that because I'm serious about that one too in another league. But and I know everyone else is in a lot of leagues, and I don't want to step on the toes of the main fantasy sports league. I really respect those dudes. So if I do have another league, I will work out something with them. If anyone out there would like me to manage or run a league for their community, their node for fantasy basketball, I will bring back the G League and use that as a community sponsor league for someone else. I won't join it. Me and another person will come in and manage it for you as well. We could talk details and see how we could come up with some creative ways to tie it to your information. But if that's something you're interested in, please message me, DM me, a comment, whatever it is, and we can make it happen. Season starts October, so don't be too slow. All right, so no G League unless I'm sponsoring someone else's for their community. So let's talk about it. Yield versus UPPIES. Personal. Let's go ahead and wind this out again a little bit. All right, where we at? Personal versus influence. All right, so what that means right there, ladies and gentlemen, Upland has shown and gave out information. There's going to be 2 different scores: the personal property score and your influence score. A lot of speculations. Me and a couple of my closest Upland buddies today had some speculations, but we came to one conclusion. We can speculate all we want, but we won't know until Upland drops that news. So we can debate about the score, whatever the case may be, and a lot of us make a lot of good points. I do think that over time, I don't know how soon but over time, the direction that Upland is going with this, based on some of the tweets I've seen them tweet over the last 30 days, you don't have to pick and choose, man. You got to remember too that they've been very vocal on home addresses. So I believe home address is going to tie into the personal UPPIES or the influence. I don't know, but it's going to tie into one of them. The service structures are tying in, and not having a lot of spark is tying into it. Another thing that a lot of people haven't spoke about, or I haven't heard a lot of people speak about, especially on some of the podcast, the shows the last couple of weeks. If I've didn't hear it or whatever the case may be, I apologize. But again, I'm just going off of what I've heard, that life is definitely going to play a part in uppies in one way or other. Because if you decorate your properties now with life, and we planting seeds and the maple trees and the grass, and you got to decide what neighborhood you're going to put that in, and how many properties in that neighborhood you have. So it's a lot of factors, ladies and gentlemen, the factors that we probably don't even know as well. So I even believe that the nurseries, when they come out and we put the totems on there, that is going to factor in. So where are you placing your nurseries? Do you have a property big enough? What I did do is I went to the Ninjas in Hyde Park, and I kind of took a look at how big that special 101 nursery was, just to gauge. And if it's to be small or the same size as that, I'm cool in Evergreen. I'm praying I got another spot open for it. So, but I am prepping. And that kind of ties me into why the title, though. Detroit versus everyone. And what I mean about the title, what I mean with that title. So Upland has said that cities will battle for uppies, right? They're going to be attracted to certain cities, right? And every city is going to have their particular uppies, like Rome. Rome introduced the first city-based uppies and gave us a view of how each city's uppies will be tied to that location. Okay. So with that being said, there's going to be LA uppies. There's going to be Rome uppies, city-based uppies where you got to go travel to. There's going to be New York, every city that's out there that was released, Washington, there's going to be those style uppies in the game, right? Yeah. So in certain areas, there's a lot of competition. Hence, LA, yeah, they're going to attract a lot of uppies, but it's only going to be a certain amount of LA based uppies spread around. I envision through my eyes that, and a lot of people's eyes, that based on taking out the sins and stuff like that, that looking for uppies in certain cities, it's going to be similar to treasure hunt, right? So in order to get a collection, Upland loves collections. You might be forced to go to different cities and get collections, right? It's going to be like that with life in certain seeds, plants, right? So like right now, with the seeds, in order to get sunflowers and generate a sunflower seed, we're going to have to travel to Hyde Park and go there based on the information they gave us. So that's going to be true to the certain city-based uppies. So with that being said, I'm kind of going to jump down here. So let me take this here. Well, I'm going to just do this. So with that being said, I want to give a shout out to the Wood Hood, all right? And the OGs of the Wood Hood. I'm talking about Wolf Warner, BCR, D6, Sir Red, my main man, Lightning Leg, and Humble Life. They have built Wood Hood up with the help of the community to be the first community-based ranked collection in the game in Detroit. Evergreen78 was the second. They did it before us, right? So after that, there's no other collections, that community-based collections. I'm talking about community-based collections that made it a community. That wasn't a collections, but made the collections ranking, right? Before they stopped it. Matter of fact, Evergreen well, Woodhood was before us, but Evergreen, we were the last one before they changed it the first time. Now they're about to change it for a second time. So I said that to say this. There's only two built up, from my knowledge, through my eyes, two built up or building up communities in Detroit. And they're going to be attracted to somewhere. As of right now, I see, and honestly, I don't know what's going on with the Woodhood. No shout, no, shot at the Woodhood. But even Wolf Warner a little shaky. You don't know because of the size, and they will have to do a lot of demoing and building up, and with small service structures that's coming, and I'm sorry, with small properties they have over there now. It might change over there with the smaller service structures when they come out, but who knows? So that's why I say it's a little shaky over there, right? I don't think they have too much room to grow. Whereas in Evergreen, we're not as big as, those East Coast, and I ain't gonna say East Coast, the Midwest and West Coast cities and neighborhoods because of their property size, but we're doing pretty good. We're making it do what we do. If we could actually get over here, I think we'll be perfect. Let me see, right over here, if we could get, man, listen, I put a missing person report on this guy on X. I might put it in here while I'm talking, y'all see it. But if y'all know this dude, man, have him, send them to me, man, and we could work something out, and hopefully we could help them build on some of these. But yeah, this would be awesome if we could get in contact with him and help him build this area once it focuses in. Shout out to Lahser Green Company over here, my man WW Dog doing this thing. Yeah, man. So let's see what else. I'm winding down, getting tired. As you see, it's like almost 1. But Detroit against everybody. I'm gonna go back. When I say that, ladies and gentlemen, I just feel like certain cities. Drop my phone. What? I'm not editing that out either. But certain cities have high concentration, and yes, it will bring more people to that city. But I just believe somehow, some way, Upland will put in the algorithm that a certain amount has to go to certain cities. And if that's to be true, they're going to be attracted to the sexiest neighborhoods. I don't know what everyone else is doing in Detroit. Honestly, this is a call to arms. I'm actually was going to talk about this later on, so I'm jumping all around my agenda. But this is live, so not live, but live recording. So where are we at? Let's see. 1 second. Right here. New players. So we could talk about FSAs. All right. So for new players, OGs, also, I feel if you're in Detroit as well, and you're just looking where to build, and you're from Detroit and you want to build in Detroit for whatever reason, I'm in Evergreen, and a lot of us is at Evergreen. We have a lot of properties over there. We're not going anywhere. We're looking to build up value. So with that being said, a lot of potential for new players, especially if you still have access to purchase FSA properties. What are FSA properties? All right, they're the Fast Start Act, and I forgot the limit. I believe you get no more than 10, but if you are a new player, they're reserved for you, and you can tell by this. If you look on properties, and this is, I believe, Lahser, right to the left of Evergreen. There's three areas that I would say look at, and that's Lahser, Holcomb Community, and O'Hare Park. And I'll show you. So you see, this is Lahser. So right here, these are FSAs, right? So if you click on it, no one in my position or a director of above can purchase these, right? So in Detroit, this is mint value. You could come over and mint this for almost $7,000 UPPIES rather, and it's a lot of them over here. That's for a new player to come over here in an area like this. Is low cost, and you're next to a community that's looking to build and bring more value over. So it will be more attractive moving forward. Multi structures. I even on this one right here, I believe this is Holcomb Community. I have a track that comes down. We have 5 speedways, but I have a track that comes down here and crosses this line right here on 7 Mile and goes back up into our community. But I also purchased these 2 properties here and created showrooms because they're on my track, and it would attract more UPPIES, and these will count towards the score and attracted them as well. And then the one in Lahser, I have a factory that I have building, and at the bottom of here, I've been building. At the bottom, I have a medium factory down here as well. So then next to us, we have O'Hare Park, and you have a few showrooms, factories, and a few properties. This right here is a massive property. If you have, I believe it's 3 million UPPIES, you could buy it. But yeah, but look in these 3 locations. I'm not going to go too deep into it. And there's other communities here, all along here. Great communities. You got Shack over here. You got Umbrella Boy down in the eye with his eye structural ornaments. Look all through. I'm not saying that they don't have no chance of attracting UPPIES, but for what I see, the communities in Detroit aren't their main focus. So I'm going by that information. Shaq is with Bell Rose and Creedmoor, along with Umbrella Boy. So I see these players scattered and not in Detroit because it's not sexy. So for a community that's building in Detroit, we have a small window, a small opportunity to acquire as many rare UPPIES in Detroit as possible before the masses come, because they will come, either to come over and find them, or to set foot, build, and get some of the UPPIES when people send to their property. So it's going to be a great time, man. I can't wait till it happen. It need to happen like yesterday, though, for real. So we got that done. So these 2 right here is done. I could go ahead and unlike these. We talked about Detroit versus everyone. All right, we got really 2 more subjects, and then we can get out of here, man. So let's talk about HGF Metaverse Innovations, my LLC that are created and starting to build It's a family business, and we recently came up with a global logo, the unveil. I posted it on X and different social media platforms so far, but I'll show you real quick so you won't be surprised when you see it. So this logo will be used for my LLC, um, the business part of it. Now, the C Head Coach Funk logo will be used when I'm doing videos like this, promoting assets in the game. That is my brand logo in the game. That's the brand I created in Evergreen78, being a part of Evergreen78 with my NFT project. I created that brand, but HGF Metaverse Innovations is the LLC that manages that brand. And this is our logo. We don't just grow crops. We grow stories, systems, and legacies rooted in family, powered by imagination. And this is a parody of my youngest daughter, KJ. And she's 7 years old, but she is the global, her parody rather, is the global logo of my LLC. So, no, I'm not trying to bring her in the game. She's human like. I can't do that. But you will see her on a lot of the LLC's marketing material. So, just wanted to point that out. Still the C heads, but as we grow the business has to grow. And we have to see the difference of how we can explain what we're doing. And that's one of them. We got to separate the entities. All right. What else we got? What else we got? Oh, yeah. So we get to the point where I'm going to, if you made it this far, man, you deserve to be entered in the raffle. So if you are here now and you're hearing this message, I'm gonna say it one more time. You're hearing this message. In the comments of this video, please type in hashtag roots. Again, hashtag roots. And sometime between now and when I prep for the next video, I'm going to come. And when you do it, make sure you leave your in-game name as well. So hashtag roots and your in-game name. So I will do a raffle on my next video. This share who won 10,000 UPPIES from this show. All right, very simple. Roots, in-game name in the comments of this video. Before next show, I'm going to do a live spin of the wheel, show it live on the show, and that's who will get the 10,000 UPPIES. So, as a small thank you for just watching this. So, hopefully, good luck to you if you enter. All right. And let's see. Last thing I do want to speak about is to all my Detroit people. It's time to build up Detroit as well. We see alliances happening in different cities, and it's amazing. It's awesome. We need to think about doing the same thing in Detroit. So if you're part of Detroit, you don't have a neighborhood or community, contact Evergreen, myself, in-game Coach Funk, to join our Discord, or better yet, look in the description below. If you like to join our Discord, it will be in the description. Or if you're established community in Detroit and you want to, work out a plan because parks and mayors and things of that nature is coming as well. So we need to look at what Elijah and other, cities are doing, rallying. We need to find each other and prepare for Detroit. We might be small, but we could do the same thing. And with UPPIES, I think it's going to level out the playing field. All right. So with that being said, you already know what it was and you already know who it is. It's the coach. Thank you for sticking it out with me. And I'll check you on my next episode, which will be number 4 of Roots of the Grid through the eyes of a seed head. Again, the brand. Peace.
Yo, HGF family, tell you something. Let them know. Started out just clicking blocks on my screen. Never thought I'd find a family so clean. Up in Upland where we build it day by day. Digital blocks but the bonds ain't fade away. Ain't no faker, I'm a maker, that's for sure. Every block I stack is built as something pure. If you're a seed head and you know it, throw it up. We up, we up, we up. In the Metaverse we grow and can't get enough. Can't stop, won't stop. From Evergreen to Lahser we stay true. That's right. HGF collected, this one's for you. Family. Got my digital footprint stamped in the game. Building networks while they wonder how we came. Level up daily, watch my progress bar rise. In the metadata where my legacy lies. Ain't no tourist in the space, I'm certified. Got my CDFM behind me, amplified. We ain't just pixels and code, we a movement on the road. Real community that grows, everyone here knows. From the West Coast service to the digital plains, revolutionary mindset in our veins. Other crews wonder how we stay so tight while we're building empires in the virtual night. This ain't just some game that we play to pass time. It's a seed head revolution paradigm. If you're a seed head and you know it, throw it up. We up, we up, we up. In the Metaverse we grow and can't get enough. Can't stop, won't stop. From Evergreen to Lahser we stay true. That's right. HGF Collective, this one's for you. Family. Seed head for life, you feel me?
Legacy.